You won't believe how this keeps getting worse. Every time it looks like progress is coming, something new shows up to shut everything down. And right now, this build is hanging by a thread. So here's what's going on. While everything looks exciting on the outside, Miami trips, Bugatti builds, even buying a whole house, the reality inside the garage is completely different. If you love the update, make sure you subscribe, like and turn on notifications, because this one is turning into a proper roller coaster and you don't want to miss how it ends. Because there's one car sitting there, half built, fully rebuilt, and still not working. And this is where it starts getting frustrating. Matt gets back from all that chaos, flights, builds, everything, and instead of easing into things, he goes straight back to this problem, because nothing else matters until this car starts. Now remember, this isn't just a simple fix anymore. This car was crashed, rebuilt from scratch, then upgraded with a full challenge kit. So in Ferrari's eyes, this is no longer their car, and that's exactly why when he reached out for help, they basically said no. Imagine that. You've done all this work, spent all this money, and the one company that understands the car best, they don't even want to look at it. But then, after all that silence, Ferrari finally responds. And for a second you think, okay, maybe there's hope now. But here's the problem. The car still won't start, and everything keeps pointing back to one thing, the hybrid battery. Now this part is important, because this isn't your normal battery. This is the heart of the car. It's what actually brings everything to life. So if it's gone, you're not fixing anything. You're just guessing. And the price of that guess? $18,000. Yeah, $18K just to try. And even if you buy it, there's another problem. Only Ferrari can code it. So now you're stuck in this crazy situation. Spend $18,000 and still depend on the same people who already refuse to help you. That's where this build is right now. But while all this pressure is building, there's another battle happening at the front of the car. And this is one of those details most people would completely miss. The cooling system. Because this car isn't standard anymore. Not even close. That challenge kit changed everything. Normally, you'd have a clean front setup. Simple layout. But now, everything has been moved. Radiators where they shouldn't be. Custom mounts. Custom routing. And this is where Bob steps in. And honestly, this guy is doing serious work behind the scenes. Because none of this is plug and play. Everything has to be made from scratch. He builds custom brackets, perfect fitment, making race parts work on a road car. And when they finally bring in the main radiator, you can tell instantly. This thing is serious, big, heavy, and completely different from stock. But here's the scary part. Nobody knows if it's actually enough, because the race version of this car doesn't even deal with hybrid systems. This one does. So now you've got a setup that was never designed for this combination. They install it, step back, and somehow it fits perfectly. That moment right there, that's one of those quiet wins that keeps everything going. But don't get comfortable, because the next part, that's where things really start getting messy. The AC system. Now this part nearly slows everything down completely, because nothing lines up anymore. The pipes? Rigid, no movement, no adjustment. So now they're trying to force connections that were never meant to connect. Cutting pipes, trying different angles, adding sections, and very quickly, it becomes clear. This is not going to be easy. At this point, they already know Bob has to come back again, because welding is the only way this works. Meanwhile, in another corner of the garage, everything looks calm. Fresh paint, clean finishes, cars getting PPF. The 812, Gallardo, GT3 RS, all getting protected, and it looks good, really good. But let's be honest, that's not why you're watching. Everything comes down to this moment. Will it finally start? So they plug everything in. Every wire, every sensor, everything Ferrari said needed to be connected. This is it. Battery connected. And instantly, hazards. Flashing non-stop. Dashboard screaming. Plug in the car immediately. So they plug it in. Nothing. No charge, no response. At this point, you can feel the frustration, Because they've been here before. Same issue, same dead end. Then comes one of those moments that actually shows how deep they are in this struggle. Dips gives them a method to turn off the hazards. And I'm not even joking. It sounds like a cheat code. Left, wait, right, wait. They actually try it, only to realize he's messing with them. And that moment is funny, but it also tells you everything. They're trying anything at this point. So now, they make the big decision. $18,000 battery, no more guessing. Because earlier, when they disconnected the battery brain, the hazard stopped. So now, all signs point there. They bring in the new battery. Fresh, expensive, full of hope. Old one out, connections off, coolant lines removed, everything stripped down. And while doing that, they spot something unexpected, an oil leak. And for once, something simple. Bad seal. Replace it. Done. That little moment feels like a win. Because everything else has been a fight. Back to the main mission. New battery goes in. Everything connected. This should be it. They connect the 12V. And instantly, hazards again. But now, it's worse. Battery thermal runaway. Danger. Yeah, that's not just a warning. That's panic mode. At this point, it actually feels like the car is fighting them. They add coolant. Try again. Same issue. But then, something finally changes. The ignition comes on. For the first time. That's progress. Real progress. But here's the twist. It won't turn off. And the car still thinks it's about to overheat. So now they plug in diagnostics. And every single fault points back to one thing. Battery temperature sensors. They check wiring. Everything looks fine. So now the thinking changes again. Maybe it needs coating. And guess what? Only Ferrari can do that. And to even try yourself, you need their tool. $20,000 to $30,000. And even then, you might still need Ferrari's approval. So now they're stuck in the worst position possible. Go to Ferrari and risk them tearing the entire car apart. Because one small repair, one modified plug, could turn into replace the entire wiring loom. And that means stripping everything again. At this point, this is no longer just a rebuild. This is a full-on battle. Even Dips admits it. Sleepless nights, constant testing, no clear answer. Yes, there's progress. Hazards go off sometimes. Ignition comes on. But the one thing that matters still hasn't happened. The car won't start. And that's the painful part. $18,000 spent. And still no solution. And honestly, this is what makes this build different. Because it's real. No fake ending. No forced success. Just pure struggle. And out of all the builds, this is the one pushing him the hardest. Not the Bugatti. Not the craziest projects. This one. If you love the update, make sure you subscribe, like, and turn on notifications, because when this finally starts, it's going to be one of the most satisfying moments you'll ever see. Because right now, this isn't just a rebuild anymore. It's unfinished business.